I would love to invite one Mr. Albert Maloba, who is currently the CEO of the University Student Leaders Association, to speak to us briefly on basically being a comrade. He is well versed in that sector. Let's appreciate Mr. Albert Maloba. Let's appreciate him once more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. It's difficult to speak amongst the last because comrades, one of our agenda number one, the pocket must be full and the stomach also must be okay. Sindio, comrades power, comrades viva. I'm standing here. It reminds me of those times and those days when I was a student leader at Mo University, and I'm going to speak only for 2 minutes. I'll be as brief as a cock on a hen, as comrade sayings goes. And I used to be very furious. I used to be very active. I was more of an activist. We were amongst those comrade leadership where we were participating in activism kind of politics. No word will go as just anything that goes without our participation. And so this is a very great engagement. And that's why we partnered with the great team that is organizing this through the leadership of this team that is organizing the national budget discussion. Of course, also as USLA as it is, and I will speak this to the student leaders, I've heard of other universities that are here. Promiscuously, I've heard of the University of Nairobi, right? But there are also other universities, such as Moi University, where I started. But it's not any other university. It's a big university. We know our deputy president is an alumnus. He taught me there. And so there is formation of this new association for the Student Leaders Association. One of its kind, there has never been any for the longest time. Including USPAC is our child. It's part of our. Your section is Peace Matters, but this one is specifically to provide mentorship to the student leaders and provide alternative measures that are within the students that can support internationally and even the government and the private sector, civil societies and other areas, so that we can amplify our discussions as Kenyans. Because before any other place, we have to discuss as ourselves as a nation. Why USLA? USLA was formalized because the vision bearer here, yours truly, Albert Maloba, I felt a lot of pain. I was in unemployment at some point. But again, I've had so many student leaders coming my way. And even I know to the government officers here, many student leaders come to you. And I cannot shy off from this because I am aware, and even right now, we have statistics of some student leaders who actually even sell smokies outside there. You can imagine somebody was a Secretary General of University of Nairobi, but today, the economy has become so hard on him. They have no job opportunities. They have no anybody to mentor them and channel them towards any direction and focus to get into places of opportunities. And so today, they are doing millennial jobs, including even selling. I'm not saying that even being a boda is bad or being a hustler is bad. No, everybody starts from somewhere. But I do believe internally, as a visionary leader, that anybody who has been a student leader and taken steps. We've heard of a Secretary General here from University of Nairobi who has said that he leads a governor. You lead over 20,000 students. It will be so sad for me to meet you after the next presentation, after you've finished your leadership tenure, and you are a cameraman. I'm not saying that being a cameraman is not a job. It is. In fact, people are earning a lot out of it. But how can you create opportunities for other people and you yourself to remain in the line of leadership so that at the end of the day, we mentor the leadership from down here. The reason why we are not having strong leadership, leaders with ethics. Yesterday, our brother, and I want to thank His Excellency the President for identifying one of our former student leaders, P.S. Fikrini Jacobs. To those of us who were at KICC yesterday, I happened also to work closely with him. He received a standing ovation out of his speech that he did. He spoke so eloquently, he spoke true to power, and everybody stood up naturally, organically, not out of anything but organically. Like, people were impressed out of the ideas, ideologies that this young man is carrying in that State Department of Youth and Creative Affairs. So these young people truly need spaces to showcase what they can be able to do. They need mentorship and they need empowerment. And that's why at USLA we have no pressure. By the way, for those other pressure groups that do their things mbio, at USLA there is no pressure. We are working on something fundamental that is going to help and it's going to remain as a legacy for all the student leaders at the corner center of leadership in this country, especially to those who are in politics and even those who are in the economic. Leadership comes with all those things. So that then we embrace a leadership that is well structured. Of course, I want to agree with the challenge that has been mentioned here by Wakili, not Wakili, one of the panelists, that the student leadership has been killed because of the Duales bill. And when you Google even right now, Albert Maloba on the Duales bill, we have submitted a petition. We want to return back the universal coverage. Can we clap for ourselves for that? Because when we allow student leaders to participate in a way, in a more democratic space to elect their leaders, then we get to find leaders who can be better than Barack Obama. It is possible. It is possible for you to become more than Barack Obama. He was not the last good leader whom we've had, of course, for the 21st century, as we know, whom we represent, whom we actually see mirror amongst the young people. But that's not what I'm here to do today. I just want to speak to us on few focus areas that we need to concentrate on together with the team as we partner and work on this together. There is something that we are doing with the State Department of Planning on the Uchumi Vibes that is yet to roll out very soon. So we would like us to focus on the national budget, education. There are many areas in tax and data awareness, entrepreneurship, financial health, of course, has been spoken here, global engagement and global economic engagement. I happen to be part of the World Economic Forum. And our dear student leader here spoke very well, that can we manage to sponsor some of the student leaders to go in Singapore, to go in some of these countries and gain skills and knowledge, and then come and empower us here. Why? It is possible that through the Treasury, I'm aware that the CS and his office attend some of these forums, World Economic Forum, IMF, simulation debates that are across the globe. The UNGA Summit side events are there, FDBs, WEF, economic discussions, and research that are competent around the economic issues. Then our young people can also be supported at least once or two in a year to travel and go and study this. National and interaction economic calendars, I think we need to come up at least with a calendar running from January to December, and that will be shared so that then we can be able to embrace and see how we partner around, even including with the CBK, KRA, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. The SDGs are in the State Department of Planning, right? Yeah, and many others, banks, investment firms, so that then this dream will not only stop at us discussing the matters budget, but it will go a long way in unlocking more opportunities for all of us. Sindio, comrades? The broader, the better. Sindio? And that's why there is the broad-based government. Let us amplify our thoughts beyond where we have had some organizations and leadership in Kenya where it is a briefcase organization for an individual. We need to open up so that everybody can fit. Someone here can get an opportunity in Africa Development Bank. Another one will go and get another one in World Economic Forum. Another one will work with another bank. There are in better opportunities actually beyond just us having a conversation around budget. With those very many few remarks, of course, I also want to welcome you to, you can check on our website and register. USLA, you just write usla.kenya or www.usla.kenya. Once you just write USLA Kenya, you will see the website, how to register and how to be part of the association. And of course, we have the UVA Awards, the first ever universities awards that we are looking up to be at Safari Park Hotel, if we'll have resources from partners on 17th of this year, December. The participation for nomination already began and it's underway. Yeah, and that is my humble presentation. I'm also an author of this particular book, A Comrade Forever, which is my memoir of my leadership journey and how to be a good a comrade in the university. Things that you need to work around for, to work with, and all that. So, thank you so much for your time, and thanks for listening from me.